The modern world is a really noisy place. The more I look into it, the more aware I become. I've realized that every little crevice of our life is filled with this noise nowadays. All this noise competing for our attention all the time. When was the last time you just had a free moment? No noise. Well, what do I mean by noise? No music, no podcast, no social media, no news, no entertainment. Just a free moment. My guess is if you didn't intentionally have a break or have a moment of silence, it doesn't happen. Anytime we get even the idea of that moment of silence or that break from the noise, our anxiety spikes. We start telling ourselves stories and we are sucked into the next thing. Headphones on, iPhone on, computer open, whatever it is, TV. It's scary to be left alone with your thoughts. And if you never do it, it's got to be terrifying. But our attention is valuable. Our attention is our life. What we pay attention to is what grows, is what becomes of our life. And, moment to moment, we really have we've got attention. We can pay attention to one thing at a time. That's how our brains work. And multitasking is, it's a deception. It's an illusion. At any moment, we can only pay attention to one thing. So our attention is a limited resource. It's limited to the amount of time we've got left in our life. So time and attention, probably the two most valuable resources to anybody. You can get all these other resources. You can get more money. You can get more food, you can get a bigger house. Pretty much all resources you can get more of, and there's no limit. But time and attention, they're limited. And growing up in this age, we're giving away our attention for free. We're giving our attention away to other people. We're giving our attention away to soulless corporations. We're being farmed, and we're willingly complying. So I've been experimenting recently with shutting it all out. All the noise, getting rid of it all, and really becoming more open-minded and having a looser definition of noise. So what have I been doing? Well, of course, social media is what probably came to mind first for most people, paying attention to other people's lives. Who cares what anyone else is doing? Who cares what anyone else is saying? Social media portrays other people at their best parts, these fake highlights. So you look at them and you think, man, this person's got it all figured out. I should do what they're doing. Because if you're open-minded like I am, I'm always looking for better ways to do things. I'm always, I always know and remind myself that I could be wrong. So I see someone else and they seem happy and they seem like they got it figured out, then, hey, I should be doing what they're doing. So let me stop what I'm doing, or let me doubt what I'm doing right now and the path I'm on, and let me reevaluate and try to realign more with this person. And then you go to the next post and you do it again, and you go to the next post and you do it again, and eventually you are just spinning in a circle and you got no direction. You forget, and you've lost everything that you once valued. You don't even know who you are, and you feel hopeless and lost, and you feel uncomfortable and bad, and that discomfort leads you to seek out short-term pleasure and gratification, which gets you right back on social media. So cutting all that shit out, I mean, besides posting, I'm not consuming social media. And why am I posting? I mean, I genuinely didn't know if I wanted to post on social media and post YouTube videos, for the fact that I'm contributing to this machine that I'm not sure is a good thing for the world or an ethical thing, but I'm really doing it for myself and overcoming certain fears and trying to grow as a person. And in reality, I mean, most social media has done nothing but bad in my life, but there have been certain YouTube videos and channels that really have improved my life and got me to the next step in my life. So I like to hold that as a possibility. But so beyond social media, what else? Well, there's a lot of other things. And we can go to another one that's pretty obvious. Most people think about is the news. So cutting the news out, whether that's newspaper, whether that's online articles, or whether that's your TV channel, whatever it is, cutting all that out, because that's not even, journalism is dead. You're not even getting information. You don't, even if journalism wasn't dead, the fact that you feel like you need to be informed and that like you're missing out, and like if you don't hear about, you know, the fire that happened down the street or the school shooting that occurred, you know, that you're really going to be like unfit as a citizen. Like, no, you don't need any of that. It's you've been sold on the idea that you're a good citizen if you're informed, and you've been sold that idea by the corporations that are profiting from you believing that. So that's all BS. And yeah, they sell sensationalization, and usually that sensationalization is negative. So you're constantly only seeing sensationalized versions of the worst events that are occurring. So you think, man, the world sucks. Like, everything is bad. And yeah, not great for your mental health whatsoever. Cut that out. What else we got? TV, movies, entertainment in general. Why do we feel like entertainment is this thing that like is healthy and good, and that like we need entertainment, that's how we relax? No. Entertainment through these mediums is zapping us of the real entertainment that we seek, which is social interaction and relationships. And again, we're sold that this idea that entertainment is healthy by corporations that profit off you consuming their entertainment. So, and beyond that, it's the social media thing again. You know, you watch a really good movie, or you watch a really good documentary, or a really good play or performance, and you're like, oh, maybe, I mean, these guys seem like they figured it out. Maybe that's what I should be doing. Maybe I should become an actor. Maybe I should become a director, whatever it is. So entertainment in general, and along with entertainment in general, you got to include music. Another source of massive noise that we are sold that's perfectly healthy. Music is so good for you, so healthy. But who's selling that idea? Again, it's a profitable idea to sell. And at least for me, when I hear like a great album or a great piece of music, I'm like, damn, this guy's got it all figured out. I want to do music. Like, I want to pursue music. Yes. And you might be seeing a theme here. Like, you're constantly getting this noise, and you start walking over here to the noise, and you start walking over here to the noise, you start walking over here to the noise, and noise over here, and all this noise is attracting you. And in reality, you never move. You're right back to where you started, because you keep getting pulled in all these different directions instead of, hey, I'm just going to do what I value and do what I do and trust in myself and follow my path and see it through. All the sources of noise are fighting against that. They want your attention. Music. So, along with music, podcasts. Same thing. How much are you really learning from podcasts? Whatever you're trying to gain from podcasts, if it's not entertainment, you could cut right through the fat and figure that stuff out and grow in the way you want to much faster. But I'm assuming most of you listen to podcasts if you do for entertainment. So there you go, entertainment again. Everything is entertainment nowadays. We live in an entertainment economy. I guess there's a few more. Magazines and also books. And the books is a new one that I've come to recently. But really, like, why was I reading? I mean, this is just personal at this point. Why was I reading? I was reading to gain certain things. But really, reading books to gain certain things is just a source of procrastination instead of just actually going out and getting those things. So, for example, if you want to make more money, so you decide to start reading books on money, not a great use of your time. Just go out and do what you think you need to do to make money and problem solve along the way. And if you need to read some things about certain things when you run into certain problems, then do so. But you don't need to pick up someone's book, which is a product, and read it cover to cover and think, now I know how to make money. No. What about personal development, self-awareness, things like that? Why don't I just think about what I actually want to change or what I don't like about myself and start thinking about it, questioning why I want to change the thing, what's the deeper meaning, and that's it. Acting on it and problem solving along the way. And if I need to look into certain things along the way, I'll look into certain things along the way, but I don't need to read someone's product about how to improve my life. So yeah, I mean, at least for me, I was sold on the idea that most of these things are harmless and good, and so I openly consumed them, and I lost direction in life. I felt like I was wandering around and I had all these different interests, but I didn't really know what I wanted. And then I started cutting out the noise, and it started seeming really obvious what I actually wanted. And, it's not easy to cut the noise out, but you got to realize that all these sources of noise are products that are profiting off of you, and you're giving them your attention. You're giving them your life. And it's not making your life better. It's making your life worse. So there you go. You've now got an idea of a lot of the noise sources we're dealing with. And maybe you've got an idea of what you want to work on. Maybe you've got an idea what might happen if you cut this noise out. And I think you should do what you think you should do. I'm just here to cross-pollinate ideas and get your mind thinking about some things that you might have not thought about before, but I'm not trying to tell you how to live. But yeah, life gets a lot quieter, and it gets pretty easy to stay on a path and stay on your path because you're following the path you actually want to follow. You're not being influenced by outside sources much anymore. And yeah, actually, in a lot of ways, gets a lot easier when you close out all these noise sources and allow yourself to just focus on yourself, put your attention into yourself and the direction and your values, and tunnel vision just on those things, because that's all that really matters. Who cares what anyone else is doing? Who cares what anyone else is thinking? So that's pretty much all I got. I'll talk to you guys later.